In this video, we're going to look at creating a background using line and just using different shapes to really fill the space and make it more completed and unified. So looking at this example on the right, this one has color. The example that I'm going to show you in the video on the left over here is just black and white and outlining. So know that there's lots of variations that you can take on using shapes and lines in the background. So be creative with it. Again, if you want to use color, you definitely can. I'm going to play this time lapse of working on putting together lines in the background. So I'm just using a Sharpie and I'm going all the way around my apple to really follow the form, and this is going to act almost as a frame to just emphasize the shape. And then I switch to the thin side of my Sharpie and I'm just continuing with different lines. So I'm following the same shape, but I'm changing up the size and width of my lines. So try to create a little bit of different shapes within there. So different size squares, different size lines to have more variation. So you can see in some of those areas, there's the little squares, and then a few spots I'm creating longer rectangles. You can see on the picture on the right that I also have different types of shapes or different types of lines. So you can see on the outside, instead of just doing all rectangles, there's smaller lines coming off of a line. So again, be creative with how you go about drawing these. And then think about how you want to fill it in with color. Whether you're doing something simple like what I'm doing in this time-lapse video with the watercolor, I'm just adding a light coat of paint and made it just slightly darker on the outside and then fade into the lighter page in the middle. And then think about too if you want to go in and fill in the shapes at all. So right now I'm going in with a few small lines on some of these shapes just to add some texture and take some of those contour lines from the inside of the fruit or inside of your object to the outside could be interesting as well. You could go back and maybe fill these in with marker. If you do use color, try to keep it to just 2 or 3, so don't go crazy with too much color or there will be too much going on. But again, maybe pick 2 or 3 colors that you think would go well with whatever color you have on your object or objects. But be creative with this. Think about how you can use different types and widths of line to just go around the outside of your object to create an interesting background.